Okay, this is review number 3. Review sheet number 3 talks about comparing decimals. We're going to be looking at if a number is less than, greater than, or equal to. Now, to remember the use of the less than symbol, the open part of the V is at the bigger number, and the point is going to the smaller number. So if you don't like using the symbols, you could just use L for less than, G for greater than, and E for equal to, or use the equal to symbol. Okay, I'm going to try the first couple of rows. So we have 7.65, and we're going to compare it to 5.67. Now, when you're comparing, in this situation, you have to start just by comparing the two biggest numbers, the 7 and the 5. In this case, because they are different, you don't even have to look at the other decimal places, the 1/10 and the 1/100th column. So 7 is greater than 5, so you just put a greater than symbol. Now, for the second number, if we compare the first numbers to the left, you'll notice that they're the same. So now we have to go to the second numbers. And remember that and they're also the same. So now we have to go to the third numbers. There's really a 0 there. So when you compare the third numbers, you will notice that 9 is greater than 0. So in fact, 1.19 is the bigger number. So there's the greater than. The other way to look at it is just to think that 19 is greater than 10, and you can ignore the ones. Okay, let's look at 2.85. So the 2's are the same, so we can't do anything with that. The 8's are the same, so we have to compare the 5 and the 9. 9 is the bigger number, so we can say that 2.85 is less than 2.89. So the open part of the V faces the bigger number. Let's try another one. Here, this one's pretty easy because if you compare the 1 and the 7, that's the only thing you have to do. So 1 is less than 7, so we write it like this. Okay, for 0.72, well, the number's exactly the same, so of course it isn't equal to. Let's try this one. The 1's are the same. The 0's are the same, so we have to compare the 9 and the 0. 9 is greater than 0, so 1.00 is less than 1.09. Let's try a few more. The 4 and the 1, that's easy because the 4 is greater than the 1, so there's the greater than. With this one here, the 7's are the same, so now we have to compare the 2's. 2 is greater than 1, so it's like that. Now with this one, the 6 is the same as the 6. The 4 is the same as the 4, so we have to remember there's really a 0 there. So 0 is less than 7. Okay, so hopefully everyone can do that one. So let's try, I think with this one here, we'll do the first row, or the third row, the fourth row. Let's just do the 4 rows. Okay, so the rows that are indicated. If you want to try, you can try to do more, but you should do at least those 4, 8, 12 questions.